What's up, everybody? Welcome on in, guys, to the Denver Broncos 2026 schedule and record predictions. Ken Heidemann, Riggs Tambro, Seth Douglas also in the building for you. My man, it's going to be a fun show. You are a Denver, I'm going to say diehard. You live in Denver. I lived in Denver for many, many years, so I do have a Marquette King jersey because who would I be as a specialist if I didn't have one? But that said, I've been known to give the Broncos a little bit of shit. I was not too fond about how the season ended. I know Broncos fans say it's an excuse. Oh, if Bo didn't get hurt, we would have. Yeah, well, in my opinion, you should have lost to the Bills off a bad call. But anyway, Ken, your thoughts on how the season ended and looking at 2026, can Broncos fans expect more than last year?
Well, I mean, before I get into that, I am going to say with that game and the bad call, I'm assuming you're talking about the pick. For one thing, it was a pick. And also, the game should have ended before that on that safety that wasn't called. But we don't got to get into all that. Anyways, overall with the Broncos, just like a quick recap of all my thoughts. Incredible team last year, and they've only gotten better. We lost like a few pieces on defense, but I mean, with the depth at defense, I'm not worried about it at all.
Fair.
Franklin Myers was really like the big loss there. I don't think that's going to play a huge factor. I think our defense is still elite. And then on top of that, we have the addition of Jalen Waddle, which addresses just a big issue that this team has had for a long time, and that comes with the wide receiver depth. Don't get me wrong, Courtland Sutton has had his great moments. I love Courtland Sutton as a receiver, but to have him as the only guy, I think, for any team, that's going to cause some problems. So finally have some help there, some speed with Jalen Waddle. I think this team is going to be incredible this season with that just huge boost to the offense there.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Mr. Seth Douglas also in the building, guys. We are getting into it here. The Broncos at the Chiefs is the opener, September 14th, 8:15 p.m. Should be a fun one. Ken, let's just come right back to you, my brother. This is a place that you guys don't like to go. You say you want it, but you don't really want it. Do you walk in there and get a win over a rejuvenated, maybe healthy Patrick Mahomes?
I wouldn't say rejuvenated. Maybe healthy is an accurate way to describe that. He is coming back from injury. I personally haven't loved what I've seen out of him since he's come back. He is also getting, a bit older. I still think he has some years left in him, but, he's not quite the player that he was a couple years back. I think that this is going to be a huge moment, a huge stage for the Denver Broncos. I think the Broncos historically do pretty well with longer weeks as well prior to games. So this being a Monday night game, I think really works in their favor. I think the Denver Broncos are going to get a win to start off the season.
Seth?
I like everything Kenton just said. I do agree with the Mahomes take. I just don't really know what we're going to get out of him, especially in week one. Granted, yes, they're hyping us up thinking that he's going to be ready week one, but ACLs are very tricky, especially, granted, yes, medicine and all that good stuff is better now, but they need him to do a lot when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. They need him to run around. They need him to extend plays, create, and doing that on a freshly rejuvenated ACL is a little tough for me in the first week. So give me the Broncos with the dub.
Man, okay. You guys are just kind of believing out the gate, huh? That's just going to be one of these ones. I don't know if I totally agree with you guys or if I'm totally on this thing of like, we have forgotten how good Patrick Mahomes is and we need to start respecting Kansas City in Chiefs Kingdom. Or if that's just this fallacy of the past and we just need to stop holding on to something that was great. Now it's just very, very mediocre. But that said, I'm going to go against the grain here. I think the world likes Denver in this game. I think the Kenneth Walker running back move has been very slept on. I know people are like, well, they don't have a running game, so it doesn't matter. Well, they didn't have a running game because they had Isaiah Pacheco. Now they have Kenneth Walker. And I think things are going to be a little bit different over there in Kansas City. Travis Kelce's coming in healthy. As much as I don't think Mahomes is back, I think he's playing, and I think he's gonna do what he has to do here in week one. I don't think they lose the week one opener. So give me a Chiefs win in week one. So 1-0 for the fellas, 0-1 for me. Then we are getting into it here. The Jags at the Broncos, September 20th, 4:05 p.m. Tough game here. I'm going to be the bearer of bad news, and Kenton's not going to like it. Give me the Jaguars off rip here on the road. Once again, the world turns to Denver. They say they're not walking in there and winning. It's early in the year. The long travel doesn't matter that much. It's not a primetime game, nor is it an early game. I think it's totally fine for Jacksonville in this game. Ken, I know, man, I've been in that stadium too. It's a tough place to play. They got their work cut out for them. But let's say this thing comes down to field goals. I'll take Cam Little all day over a, in my opinion, untrustworthy Denver special teams. So give me the Jags. Kenton, where are you going?
I will like to say, as much as I am a Denver fan, I respect the take about the special teams. In particular, I'm not a fan of Will Lutz. I think he is overhyped. I don't like him. Wish we went in a different direction at kicker, but that's a different rant. With that being said, home opener, Denver Broncos. This is what this team is made for. They've gotten better. I think the Jaguars roster, on the other hand, is about the same, if not a little bit worse. I also think with the game last season, it was I didn't agree with all the officiating. I did go to that game personally too. I was very disappointed in it. I think that, and on top of that, I just don't think that the Broncos played up to standard. I think that they are a better team than what they showcased the last time we played them last year, and I think they are going to prove that in this week to victory against the Jaguars.
Seth, you are the decider, my man.
Oh no, I think I'm with you, Riggs. Funny enough,
Wow.
fantasy, funny, yeah, once in a lifetime almost. But no, fantasy football's coming around, and I'm listening to a couple people to give their takes on quarterbacks that should be drafted pretty early, and Trevor Lawrence came up, and I think granted, last year he did really well. I mean, just talking from the fantasy standpoint, he had at least 4 to 8 weeks where he was like one of the top fantasy quarterbacks, and I think that's going to translate. They have a lot of depth at the receiver position, a lot of depth at the running back position, and I don't know. I think the Jags are poised to have another good year, and I think Trevor Lawrence is going to come in here and put the Jaguars back on the map and give the Broncos a little trouble. So give me the Jags to get the dub.
Folks, I do understand some of you guys in chat not loving these fading the Denver Broncos at home in week 2. I completely understand. It is the home opener. It's a tough place, man. But you guys are also sleeping on this Jacksonville Jaguars team. They kind of showed it to you last year, and somehow you're still not buying into it, which is surprising to me. But, Ken, for what it's worth, gun to my head, I might take Denver. But I just got a feeling that it's going to be the Jags here. So, let's go Jacksonville. But anyway, guys, we are split here once again. No sweeps yet on these games here. Week 3 going to be a interesting one here for Broncos fans because it is at home, technically. 8:20 p.m. Rams, Broncos. It's a big one in primetime. Kenton, according to me, you guys are 0-2. You lost to Kansas City. You lost to Jacksonville. Now you're playing the Rams. You got the 49ers and the Chargers and the Seahawks coming up next here. There's a world that they start 0-3, might I say. 0-6, might I say. But Kenton, Rams, Broncos, take your fandom out. Do they really beat the Rams?
Yes, I do. And you want to know why? It's because I think that the Broncos defense is good enough to give Matthew Stafford trouble, but I don't think that the Rams defense is enough to give Bo Nix trouble. I think that this is going to be an offensive game. I think it's going to be high scoring for sure, but I think when it comes down to it, the defense is going to matter, and Denver just has the advantage from my perspective in that regard. I have them starting 3-0 with this primetime win against the Rams.
I am definitely on the complete opposite side of you, Kenton. I think this Rams team is probably, obviously they are the favorites to win the Super Bowl this year, but for you to say Bo Nix is going to have success on this Rams defense, I'm just taken aback. I'm like, we know who they got. I don't even need to say the names. That defense is about to be legit. And I'm not even going to say the Broncos aren't going to be legit either, but that team in Los Angeles is something to be scared about. So give me the Rams, and I think this is going to be a low-scoring affair, but the Rams pull it out.
Well. This is just so amazing because it's like listening to the two of the teams that I give a lot of shit to debating each other. Everyone knows I'm not a Rams guy. I'm with Ken. I think that Stafford is going to have trouble here. I do think that he's an overrated quarterback. He's not the MVP. Just like how Caleb Williams shouldn't be on the Madden cover, but whatever. Here we are again. Anyway, but then on the other side, Kenton, I will agree. I think it's a pretty bold take to say that Bo Nix is not going to have trouble with this defense. I don't think that they're the best defense in football, but based on names, they are. So it is interesting. Bo Nix, dude, he gets in his own way. I mean, there's times he throws balls into dirt and no one's running at him. Like, I don't know if that is a fair take either. So I think you both have points.
Gotta put them together.
Is this in Denver or is this a overseas
It's in
game?
Denver.
It is in Denver.
Come on, Riggs. Go ahead and say the Rams, bro. It's all right.
Bro, here's the only thing that I will say. It is very tight. The home field is something, but Ken, as much as you hate all you Denver fans for whatever reason hate this take, I don't understand why. Sean Payton will get out coached in this game, and that is something that I don't like taking Denver for in toss-up games. I don't think he's a great coach, especially in crunch time. He's shown multiple times, 2-minute drills, overtimes. He calls plays respectfully, excuse my language, like a pussy, and it's like, run a play. Like, give the ball to Bo Nix and run a play, and they don't. And the Rams will do that, so I'm just saying that scares me.
Sean Payton's not calling the plays. Davis Webb is. He handed over play calling to the offensive coordinator.
Will he stand on it in crunch time? I hope.
I think so. And if he does
I hope.
take it back, I don't think it's like three.
That is like the synonym of Ryan Day saying he's going to give up play calls in college football. That man is not he has his whole hand when it comes to the offense. So I don't believe Sean Payton is.
Like, is Webb going to go, hey, we're going 84 blitz, flex, and all of a sudden Sean Payton's like, timeout.
No.
Get over here. We're doing my shit. Like, that's what I'm scared of, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know about that.
When really what they should do is, dude, they should turn the bracelet over to Bo Nix and say, run your offense. Because that's when he plays best, bro. He just does it. Because he's a baller. But they hold him back there in Denver. So that's my only thing. I'm going to go against my better judgment. I'm going to give Denver a win here because of Bo Nix and because of the defense. But if it comes down to a kicking battle, you will lose. If it comes down to a coaching drive, you will lose. Like, they have to have a win here going into the end, or I don't think they win this game. I'll take Denver because it's in Denver. But when the Rams walk in there and beat them 34-20, I won't be surprised at all.
I'm just going to say, with as many close games Denver had last season, too, though, I think you're not giving enough respect to their ability to win close games.
Well, that's why I'm giving them one.
Yeah.
Well, you know the flip side of that. If they win a lot of close games the previous year, when that comes back around the next year, that all those games start to drop off because that's just how the scale works. So,
but I think Denver's a better team this year, and I think that's where it's gonna really make an impact here. I think they have. I think they had more than the ability to go far last season. They proved that, and I think.
Well, I don't even like the Rams. I don't like the Rams, Ken. Denver is not a better team than them. Like, they're just, bro.
I'm not saying
I'm not really swear to God, I'm not trying to be a hater.
I think that
they're just not
a better team than they were last season. I'm not saying that they're necessarily all
real quick, and then we're gonna move on.
But I think in this situation, in this spot, I think that this is
Ken. Bear with me, fucking bear with me, okay? Listen, real shit. This is a Kenton question. Genuinely, which quarterback is better right now this year?
Right now this year, I think that's a hard question to ask considering
Stafford
is older, coming off this. That's your number one criticism of Matthew Stafford, that he's
I'm asking you
not to be respected. I think quarterback to quarterback, I think that there's an argument to be made that Bo Nix is better as a quarterback. Team by team
what's the
is a
answer?
different question. Team by team, offense to offense, the Rams are a better offense.
Okay. Here's my only problem.
That's fair.
Quarterback, receiver room, and running back room, it all goes to LA. It just does. It just does. I'm not saying Denver's isn't good, but to be fair, like on paper, the better running back is absolutely Kyren Williams, not even a fucking question. The better quarterback based on stats is Matthew Stafford. and the better receivers. I know you're talking about the little bit of help that they got him in Waddle. I have been underwhelmed by this Denver receiving core, bro, for like 6 years. This isn't anything new for me. I've never thought Cortland Sutton was like that good of a receiver. And Waddle's good, but even on his own team, he's been a 2 forever. Like, he's good receiver, but is it better than the Rams? No. So I don't know. There's a lot of ways this could go. We got a comment here. What we got? Sorry, Kenton, but Stafford is way better, and I believe they got the better receiving core. The defense will only do so much, especially when LA have a solid 1-2. Look, it's going to be tight. I fucking shot myself in the leg and rode with Kenton on Denver to win this game, but LA is the better team. Anyway, we are moving because we are getting way behind here because here we go getting on rants. Denver at San Francisco. A lot of people not on this 49ers team, man. People thinking this team's kind of beat up there. They already lost Ricky Pearsall. Kyle Shanahan's coming out with the porn stash. People are like, they don't even care about football. McCaffrey's questionable already. There's just so much going on with this team. I'll go first. Give me the 49ers in San Francisco. Are you freaking kidding me? Ken, I don't fade them in San Francisco often, nor do I fade Detroit in Detroit. I'm going to go Niners, but I won't be surprised when Denver win. I think between the Rams game and this game, I think they win one of these games against an LA team. And I went with the first one, but if it's flipped, I won't be surprised. But I just think the 49ers find a way to make this a nitty-gritty, comes down to it. And once again, special teams, give me the Niners. Seth, where are you going?
Give me the Broncos. I just believe trends. So when we hear all this news about just injuries, just off the field issues, all that stuff, that just tells me that this team, granted, yes, the culture could be somewhat still cohesive and they could still work together, but I feel like that all that stuff is deteriorating, and this 49er team is a shell of themselves, in my opinion. So we don't really know what we're going to get from the 49ers. Are they going to be competitive in a lot of their games? Sure. But I just feel like the beginning of the end is here for the 49ers. So give me the Broncos.
Ken.
This is a tough one for me.
Yeah.
I am going to give the 49ers this one. I don't think that Denver beats them here. I think this is where they get their first loss of the season. And I mean, here's the thing about it. I think that Denver on paper should beat them, but I don't think they will because, I mean, for one thing, I also don't like to fade the 49ers at home.
Fair.
I think that Brock Purdy is also extraordinarily disrespected. And last season, they didn't have a great receiving core. They do now. They brought back Debo. And they have Mike Evans now. I think that that's going to be a huge help to their offense. I think they're going to look very different from what they did last season. This is all also under the assumption that they're all healthy. So, I mean, if everybody's healthy, I feel like that 49ers offense just doesn't get the respect they deserve. And I think we're going to see that in this game. But with that being said, there are injury concerns with Kittle and McCaffrey. And that could definitely come into play, and that could definitely flip what I think is going to happen. But as of right now, preseason, assuming everybody's healthy, I have the 49ers.
I think it's fair, and it's an early game. I think the best time, everyone who has to play the Niners this year should want them after week 10. That's just when they start to kind of collapse every year. It seems like George Kittle literally always misses time between week 8 and week 12. I don't know what it is, but the dude is always out. He comes back in like week 16 to try to make that push. Like, it's always the same thing. But I think week 4, I don't think it's that big of a deal here from an injury point of view. As long as they got McCaffrey, they can win any game. That's just how I feel about it. Yeah.
So with this game specifically, are we saying we trust this 49ers team being healthy against this? Kenton, you were just saying how this team is going to have a top defense, top 5, not 5. So we're saying that this offense is going to do something against this defense?
Again, I said on paper, I think that Denver should win, and that it's for that exact reason, the defense. But, that doesn't mean that they will. I think that there's just a whole lot going on. I don't know. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it.
My thing is,
Seth, real quick.
Yeah,
to your defense thing, I will say, I feel like every year we do see like 2 games out of Brock Purdy that the turnovers are just awful. Like you feel like you're watching him throw like 4 or 5 picks. And you're just like, what in the hell I'm forgetting the game last year. There was a primetime game last year where we saw that, where he threw like 3 first half picks, including the opening drive, like pick 6. That shit was awful. Like, and against someone who had no business, dicing him up like that. And it was just kind of like, what in the hell?
Maybe the Browns. It was either the Browns or the Seahawks. I know he looked god awful in both.
Oh, it might have been the Seahawks game, to be fair. But either way, I don't know, bro. I have these things with Brock Purdy where I feel like, could Denver eat him alive? Absolutely. But if Kittle's out there and if McCaffrey's out there, and they have the new pieces at wide receiver as well that I think are going to be sleepers over there as well in San Francisco. So if they're healthy, then it takes away a lot of the concerns with Brock Purdy. It's when they're down to like just Kittle, and like a second string running back. Well, now he starts to get murdered because he can't go anywhere with the ball, and then that's when Brock Purdy gets exposed. So healthy team versus healthy team, I don't think it's a big deal. But anyway, shockingly, 49ers get the lean here in this game. But yeah, anyway.
Fan pick them to win. That's crazy.
I can't believe that one, to be completely honest with you. But we're going to find out who he really is here in week 5, because Broncos at the Chargers, October 11th, 4:05. Seth rubbing their hands together. This is like 2 teams that I just can't get away from, it feels like, on any of these shows. I hate talking about them. I think they're both fraudulent. But there is a more fraudulent, and that is the LA Chargers. So I'm going to go ahead here and take the Denver Broncos on the road. Now, I will say, I feel like if we were getting Herbert here in Denver on the road, it'd be a lot more appetizing than it is here in this one. But I think Bo Nix is going to look pretty solid here. Could Cam Dicker win the game with 6 field goals himself? Probably. Should Peyton get out coached? No. Will he? Yeah. But there's a better quarterback here, and Seth's not ready for the conversation, but his name's Bo Nix. Anyway, give me the Denver Broncos on the road. Seth, go ahead.
MVP. Justin Herbert, the MVP for this year.
Save your money. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
MVP, my man Justin Herbert is about to blow up this year. I cannot wait. He is on. God. I'm telling y'all right now.
How much they paying you?
$0, but they should be. But get a Charger player for your fantasy team. I'm telling you this right now. Make it happen. Draft somebody. Give me the Chargers, but I'm gonna just skip to the chase. It's a split by the time they play them the next time.
Okay.
The Broncos will win. So give me a split, but Chargers get the first game.
By the way, that player is named Marion Hampton. It's not Justin Herbert. Kenton, go ahead, brother. What you got?
I'm going to say this. The only thing that Justin Herbert is going to blow up this year is his little pool floaty ring for his preparation and time in Cancun. That's what he's going to blow up. With that being said, though, the Broncos always run into problems with the Chargers. They just do. I don't know why. It frustrates me. It really frustrates me. There are games that I feel like we should have won, especially last season, our first matchup against them last season that we lost by like a field goal. Shouldn't have lost that game. Another example why I think Will Lutz was not the right decision at kicker. But, again, that's not a rant for this time. Based on that, I think that this is going to be just another situation where the Chargers just give us problems early in the season, and we're going to get another loss against them here. Doesn't make sense in my brain, but it's just what's going to happen.
Justin Herbert's about to have a game. That's all. That's all it is. That's all that's going to happen.
Seth, you do understand that he's going to get embarrassed by this defense, right?
No. What makes y'all think? Granted, yes, I am conceding that the Broncos are going to have a top tier defense this year, but what are we not understanding about Justin Herbert is about to actually have an offense that is tailored to him and is going to be able to
whatever, bro. Honestly, Seth, I want to debate you so bad right now, but I am so tired of having to explain that he's the same fucking guy he's been. Nothing has changed. He's the problem. And
is not
I'm
the
not
problem.
going to sit here and wait until they Matt Stafford. Hang on. They're going to Matt Stafford him, Seth.
What are we talking about?
Bro, they're going to give him everything in the world. They're going to build a defense. They're going to build all these weapons on offense. Then they're going to give him a home fucking game for the Super Bowl. And they're going to do everything they do for Matt Stafford to make you guys all go, oh, my God, look how good Matt Stafford is. He finally has a team. No, he has a super team. That doesn't make him good because he finally has everything. Like, stop with this Justin Herbert. Oh, 7 years he's been ass.
7. Again, I think I said this before. He has been a very clutch quarterback since he's been in the He has.
Oh my God, he's so far from clutch. Seth, it's not even
he
funny.
has 19 game winners. He has 19 game winning drives, and I need to look at that again. But he's done it. He's done it.
Whatever. Well, we're gonna find out here because when he needs to go 75 yards and score a touchdown when he's down 4 with 2 minutes to go, Seth, I'll call you after the game and say I apologize. It ain't fucking happening. And when it doesn't happen, you need to show up with like a "I was wrong about Justin Herbert" T-shirt. I'm gonna get custom made for you. Like, I don't know, bro.
Will it count if he goes down and drives the team and gets them in field goal range? That is still a game-winning drive.
No, because if Dicker, hold on. Because if Dicker drops one from 63 because Herbert had like 2.5 minutes, and then he got down to like the 30, and then he got sacked, and then he threw one out of bounds, and then he got sacked, and then they kick it. No, what the fuck? That's not clutching. If he has 34 seconds and he goes down 50 yards and then they kick, okay, I can live with that. But anyway, I'm saying down 4. I'm not saying down 3. I'm saying touchdown needed. And if Marion Hampton breaks through for 80 yards and scores, I don't give a shit. That's not clutch from Herbert. So anyway, whatever. We got to keep moving here. We're going to get off topic. Seahawks at the Denver Broncos, man. This is a game for you. Primetime, 8:15, October 15th, Mile High City. Not cold yet. Actually, beautiful weather out there in Denver at this time. Kenton, do the Super Bowl champs walk in here and get a win? Or are you going to say, hey, you're looking at the 2026 Super Bowl champs. Sit down, little bro.
As much as I would love to say that, the Broncos do not play well on short weeks. And that really sucks.
True.
They are always so underwhelming when they're playing Thursday night. Luckily, last season, when we played Thursday night, we were only playing against the Raiders, so it was okay. We could get away with that. But going against the defending Super Bowl champions, I can't say that the Broncos are going to win in this spot. As much as I really would love for them to come out with a win here in the throwbacks, I can't do it. I think that they are just in a disadvantaged position on a short week.
Seth.
Short and simple. Give me the Seahawks. Sam Darnold. Hey, that's another person. Sam Darnold needs to be on a lot of people's draft boards. If they don't take him early, thank you. Because if he falls, I'm definitely picking him up. He is definitely going to have a year this year, I believe. So give me the Seahawks.
Hey, y'all catch Seth because Seth, we're all in fantasy league together, and Seth's out here trying to like pretend like he's gonna grab Sam Darnold, but there ain't no fucking way he's gonna grab Sam Darnold. But it's all good. Noted. I'll be paying attention, Seth. Don't even worry about it. Bro, I really want to go Denver. Like, I really, really want to. I think that they are one of the very, very few teams in football that matches up to the Seahawks basically like they're playing themselves. The Seahawks have been better at putting it on the field consistently, which is why they won the Super Bowl. But it's a great defense with a pretty good quarterback that's not great, with pretty good pieces around him, with not really the best of any category. I don't know. Receivers, I go Seahawks. Running back room, I would have gone Seahawks if they kept Kenneth Walker, but I'm a little concerned with the Seahawks running back room, especially with some injuries. And receivers or quarterback, I guess you'd have to lean Darnold, but do I want Darnold at home or Knicks at home or Darnold on the road? I kind of lean Knicks. I don't know, bro. I'm going to finally go against my grain. I'm going to go Seahawks because I think that Mike McDonald is 3 times the coach that Sean Payton is, all you Hall of Fame first balloters out there. But anyway, yeah, give me the Seahawks, but I really feel like I'm wrong about this one. And come season time, if I get like a field goal to take Denver, I'm taking Denver. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Broncos at the Cardinals, fellas. We all good with a win?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, don't need to get into it, but Chiefs-Broncos rematch, win or loss, plain and simple. Kenton, what do you got?
I'm taking a Denver win here. Same reasons as I said for week
Okay.
1. And on top of that, now they're at home, which is just even better for the Broncos. So give me a win here.
Seth?
Win as well. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, I'll go with redemption. I want to go sweep, but I'm going to go redemption here. 1-1 series, and the fellas, Broncos at Panthers. I'm going to go ahead and say we can quick sweep this one on through if you want to, but is anyone concerned here in this one?
A little bit. Just like a little grain,
Me
like
too.
just a little sprinkle. But no, give me the Broncos. But the Panthers, that might be a team for people to look out for this year.
I think the Panthers are a big question mark, but I am going Broncos win here. But I think that they have the potential. I think the Panthers have the potential to really turn some heads this season.
Yeah. The Panthers, if they were going to win this game, I think it would have had to been on the back of Rico Dowdle, but they stupidly gave him to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I just feel like the guy that kind of pushed a lot of those wins and those big comebacks last year was Rico Dowdle. And for them to get rid of him just kind of felt like a step backwards. So people want to be high on the Panthers. I could see it as one of those games that, like, by the way, if they lose this game, Kenton, this is one of those, like, we're all watching and we're like, what the fuck's going on? Because it's like 27-9. Panthers win, and we're all like, what happened? Like, I don't know what happened. It's not going to be like a comes down to the wire. I just don't. One of them's going to beat the crap out of the other one, and it should be Denver.
I mean, I don't think
Raiders
the Panthers have a shot at keeping the Broncos at 9, but we don't got to get into that.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Raiders at the Broncos. I'm going to quick skip this one here. People want to be on the Raiders. Genty, yeah, he's a threat, sure, but it shouldn't matter that much on the road. Mendoza, Kirk Cousins, I feel like they're either going to be at the end of the Cousins era and he's getting beat up at this point, or they're fresh into the Mendoza era or the O'Connell era, or I don't know. I just feel like this is a legitimate team fighting for a lot more at home in a chilly Denver, November 22nd. So I'll take the Broncos here. Kenton, what do you got?
The Raiders, I'm excited about Fernando Mendoza. Who knows if he'll be playing at this point. But I don't know. They're the type of team that I'm just going to have to see it to believe it. I think we have consistently been the better team over the past couple of years. And they've had a lot of change, and they've continued to just, linger at the bottom of the division. And I think that's, again, I'm just going to have to see it to believe it. I think that the Broncos get the win here.
Seth?
Easy win. Give me the Broncos. They stand on business. But this is not the game that my man is talking about, though.
I was going to say, Mr. Amari, are we talking about the Dolphins game?
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure Dolphins was week 13. And, I mean, maybe you're having, like, memories of that, 70 points. It's like, hanging around somewhere. Maybe that's what it is. But standing on business against the Dolphins better be the easiest game of the year, might I say. But that said, appreciate it. Look, guys, the fellas, they start with a hard one. They got a pretty easy midseason here, as we're seeing. And then all of a sudden they are on, what's that? November 27th. I want to say that's the Black Friday game, I think. Broncos at the Steelers, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to have to take my ass out there for this one. This is going to be fun. Kenton, I'll come to you, brother. Weird time. Tough road game at Acrisure, Heinz Field. What do you think is going to happen here?
I think that, although the Broncos, I feel like they do well in holiday spots, I think that the Steelers are a very good team. They did just get Rico Dowdle as well. That's a huge addition. And I've also talked about in the past how they are great at pressuring the quarterback. I think that that's going to shine through in this game. I think this is actually a defense that, Bo Nix will surprisingly struggle with. I feel like that's surprising. But I do feel like he's going to struggle with it. Give me the Steelers to win this one.
Seth? Wow.
As much as it pains me, I think I'm on the opposite side. Just to the fact that the Steelers, we always come up short when it comes to like these holiday games, like these big, when there's not a lot of other teams playing, we always fall
Mm-hmm.
short. We have the main spotlight. So give me the give me the Broncos,
I know.
and I want to say it's close. I really really want to say it's close, but I am
Said they are
very
not walking into Pittsburgh and blowing them out, bro.
I know,
Ain't
but
no way, bro.
I am very optimistic on just what this our offense, the Steelers' offense, can do against this
Mm,
defense. That is where
that's
my
fair.
my main thing is. But give me the Broncos. It may be close.
Well, y'all two are bigger than me because y'all being so nice to each other. Hey, I think your team's gonna win. Nah, I think your team's gonna win. Now, fuck that. My team's gonna win. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers here in this one because Justin Fields ain't playing quarterback. Kenny Pickett ain't playing quarterback. This ain't like the past where they be falling apart in these big games. Seth, I feel you and I hear you. Um, but I think that Aaron Rodgers is absolutely the better quarterback here. Better run game, I'd go Steelers. Better coaching, I'd go Steelers. Better receivers, genuinely, I'd go Steelers here. Better tight ends, I'd go Steelers here. Defense, sure, I will obviously go with the Broncos
Now,
as a whole, but pass rush wise, give me TJ Watt against the world. So I don't know, man.
how
This
I was going to
hmm,
say as a Steeler fan,
yeah,
how what's the word I want to use? How concerned are you with this running game with Mike McCarthy
I'm
taking over?
the run game. I'm not worried about it.
Run game. I I am a little concerned, just a tad bit, just
Interesting.
because Mike McCarthy loves to air it out. And I mean, just watching the preseason games, the offense feels a lot more open and a lot more
Hmm.
explosive. Thank God Arthur Smith is, I mean, granted, he's in Columbus where I live at, unfortunately, but neither here nor there. Uh, but I do feel like Mike McCarthy has definitely opened up this offense, but
Hmm.
I just cannot get behind how he calls the run game to complement his passing game. So that is just,
Yeah.
and I know we got Jalen Warren, and I know we got Rico Dotto, and I know we got
Yeah.
Caleb Johnson. We got the stable, we got the horses in the stable, but are we going to be able to use them? That is my real question.
Yeah.
Very interesting question. I'm going to try to sum mine up as quick as I can. I think last year was the first time in many years that I felt really good about the run game, and I felt like they actually
Yeah,
figured out what they were trying to do, and they got a little more creative, and they sent Gainwell on a bunch of end arounds, and they did some shit that made it interesting, right? Um, I do hope that he keeps that, and it was the one thing I gave Mike McCarthy shit about, or two things I gave him shit about when he was at the Dallas Cowboys, which is why the only reasons why I was against him coming here was one, I didn't think that he mixed it in too much, and I didn't like when they would just throw deep with Dak to just throw deep and like
that's one.
pray and just chuck it up there and fucking go up for it. And it was like, bro, it's 4th and 2. Like, why are we throwing it 48 yards downfield? This is stupidest shit
Right.
ever. So that pissed me off, but I also chalked some of that down to being Dak's fault. Secondly, it was the fact that I didn't like that he goes for it all the time. And when he goes for it, he usually throws it. We got Chris Boswell out here in Pittsburgh,
Exactly.
who Kenton will even acknowledge is 50 times better than Will Lutz.
Yeah.
And if this turns into a field goal game, they're going to win. And it very well could be a field goal and a touchdown game for everybody. It could be 3-3, 10-6, 14-9. Like, it could be one of those games that comes down to a game-winning drive
Hmm.
or a field goal. I think if the Steelers take the field goals and play real Steeler football, they win this game. They will lose this game if they try to get Mike McCarthy Cowboys offense against Denver. That will be
Right.
a massive mistake.
What
Yeah.
I will
See, but
say
go ahead.
Yeah,
is like
Ken, go ahead.
another reason why I am favoring the Steelers in this matchup is I think offensively they will. I'm betting on the fact that they're going to be smart enough to target Michael Pittman
Mm,
instead of DK. Because, I mean, that's how the Bengals had success against us when we played them a
yeah.
couple years back. T. Higgins got a whole bunch of receptions because he had Riley Moss on him instead of Pat Surtain. And I think that's going to really matter in this sort of offense where, they could be potentially really throwing the ball and trying to get the ball downfield quickly. If Michael Pittman gets a lot of targets, I think it could really work out in their favor. and work
Yeah.
against the Broncos.
My only pushback to that, Riggs, is, and I know we gotta go. My only pushback is that Mike McCarthy had Aubrey down in Dallas, one of the best kickers besides Boswell in the league. So for me, his thinking was not there. So what makes you
That's
think
exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying he should kick, and he fucking doesn't. I'm saying that was what I didn't like about what he had Aubrey, and he had decent running backs, and he was like, "Yeah, Dak, let's throw a go route on 4th and 2."
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit just pisses me. And once in a while they get it. Everyone goes, "Oh yeah, George Pickett's fucking first down, bro." No, like we're the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. All right, we ain't one of these teams, bro, that needs to be doing that shit. We ain't the Lions, dog. Like, let's just play football. Let's run the football on 4th and 2. Let's kick field goals and let's win the game by 2 every single time. And I'm good. Like, if every game ends with Boswell from 52 to win it, every game, win or lose, was right. I'll take it every game.
I will. Yeah, I agree.
Done deal. So anyway, we do got to keep moving here, but 2 Steelers picks, 1 Broncos pick, and it's not from the Broncos fan. So very, very interesting stuff going on over here, fellas. We're going to go ahead and zoom through a couple of these real quick, guys. We got Dolphins at the Broncos week 13. We know our boy Amari took the words for us here. He said Broncos stand on business week 13. That is a yes across the board. I know the fellas are not going to go with the Dolphins here. Then we got the Broncos at the Jets. That's a win. Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Yeah, I will say
okay,
that
Broncos at the
favorite matchup ever. I hate that we keep playing the Jets every year. It pisses me off because it's always the most boring game of the year, and I'm so tired.
It is boring. It is boring, but it also feels free.
The Broncos are going to win. Yeah, but it's so boring, and I had to get that out there. I hate this matchup.
Okay. Not going to lie, if the Broncos lose 10-9 on a Will Lutz missed field goal, I won't fucking be surprised. Anyway,
yeah,
but it's still a Broncos win. Broncos at the Raiders. Are we going with a clean sweep here, fellas? That's 2-0 for me.
Yes, sir.
We good?
Yep.
Okay. The rematch. Of course, it's going down in fucking Denver. Of course it is, bro. We couldn't have got this in Bills Mafia in the new stadium. Like, what? On Christmas? Come on, bro. This kind of pissed me off. But anyway, Bills at the Broncos. Broncos should win, but they will not. Give me the better quarterback with the better team. Josh Allen on the road here. I think the Bills, man, the window's closing. It's time to go get it. This is the year. I know this game probably isn't the make or break game, but this feels like a big one to Josh Allen. He thinks that you took away his Super Bowl, Kenton. Give me Josh Allen on the road. Ken, what do you got?
We didn't take away his Super Bowl. That game, I hate that argument. Oh, it wasn't a pick. Should have been a Bills win.
It wasn't a pick.
Ended at the safety. That wasn't called. That was the real robbery there.
It wasn't a pick.
Like that pick shouldn't have even been a factor in the first place. Game should have been over. But whatever. Yeah, we won't end it with the safety there. Fine, yeah, and then we'll have this big debate about if the Bills should have won. No, you shouldn't have. You lost the game. Sorry.
Okay.
Anyways, week 16 at home against the Bills, big moment. I think that it being at home is a huge factor in this game, and that's why I'm giving it to the Broncos. Really, I genuinely, if it was in Buffalo, I would be giving it to the Bills. I think that we play much better at home, and with this being, I think that this is a close matchup with 2 really good teams, and I think that's really going to matter. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about it.
Seth, you're the decider, my man.
I really want to say the Broncos win this game just because I'm like, what did the Bills give Josh Allen at the receiver position? Absolutely nothing. Yes, they got DJ Moore, but whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
Give me the Bills though. I just think, like you said, Riggs, redemption, and it just comes full circle every time the kind of thing happens. So Josh Allen gets his revenge, and the Bills move on to get the victory.
All right. Revenge is sweet. Shout out Joyner Lucas. Anyway, Broncos at the Patriots here to open up 2027, January 3rd. At the Patriots, man. This is going to be a good one, Kenton. Where are you going? A lot on the line, by the way. Maybe not according to you, but to most people's schedules, this is a must-win last 2 weeks here.
I don't believe it is, but I'm going to go with the Broncos here. I think really what we saw out of the game that we had against them last season, before it got all snowy and everybody saw, we were doing great against that defense with Jarrett Stidham at quarterback. Before when the field was clear and everybody could see clearly, we were outperforming them with Jarrett Stidham as our quarterback. And then things started to get fuzzy, and then that's when they beat us by like 3 points. So I think really just based on that, I don't see this going the Patriots' way. I am excited about it. I think it does have the potential to be a very entertaining game. I like Drake May, but give me the Broncos.
Seth.
Are we ready to stamp game of the year? Since you said it was a very interesting game, Kenton, is this game of the year material?
I think it has the potential to be.
Okay, interesting.
I'll say that much.
I will go with the Broncos. Again, redemption is best served cold, and is going to be cold during December. Or no, this is January. Excuse me, January in Denver, Colorado. So
it's colder.
colder. Yes, give me the Broncos. Give me Bo Nix. I think he's going to be chomping at the bit to come back and play this game since he didn't get to play in it last year. So, Broncos.
Wow. I will say, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I think this is so far from game of the year. It's going to be a good game. But there are a lot of good games, and this one is a good game that I'll be watching. It's a top 5 game this week.
Because I just wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's fair. Look, the storyline is there, right? The pressure at the end of the year is there. One of these two teams has got to be on the bubble. I don't think both these teams have 12 wins coming into this game. Personally, I don't. So I think at least one of them is like a 9-win football team going into the last 2 weeks with a chance to either make it, break it, or leave their fate up to somebody else. So that said,
who's more likely, Riggs? Who's more likely to have 9 wins at this point?
Patriots.
I think the Patriots.
More likely is probably. I do think the Patriots fall off, but since I have been very recently looking at the Broncos schedule and not the Patriots schedule, I will openly say I think there's a big world that's Denver that has 9 wins going into week 16. I feel very confident about that. I think if they find a way to choke the last 2 games, they could screw up their whole season. There is a world that happens. But that's not what I'm going to say because I have Denver winning this football game in a very, very tight one. I think the Patriots just got a lot going on. I do feel like what happened last year, they kind of got exposed by the Seahawks. And you want to talk about a team with a good defense, showed you how to beat them. Well, if I'm Denver, I'm taking notes from what the Seahawks did to them. And I just think they have the players to incorporate those things. So give me Denver here in this one, but should be fun. And finally, gentlemen, what do we got here? Week 17, and that is all it. Chargers at the Denver Broncos. Seth, Herbert MVP.
I said split, so the Broncos can get this one.
Okay, Ken.
It's going to be a late season matchup against the Chargers at home. I think this is where Denver gets one. I feel like there's also a strong chance that we'll be in the same situation as we were last year. Chargers are like second in the division. They've already clinched playoffs. They don't really have much more to compete for. They're going to put in all their other people, whereas the Broncos have a very good record at this point for me, so they might be competing for a little bit more. They'll probably keep their starters out. So I think with that, they get the win.
Seth, just to be clear, I had to listen to you talk for the whole fucking offseason about how clutch Justin Herbert is. I think this is a game that he might have to be the guy that you think he is, and he is going to fall flat on his face in this game. There is a 0.0001% chance that the Justin Herbert-led Chargers walk in here and get a win. If they do, it is not because of Justin Herbert. It's because Bo Nix shoots them in the foot, drops the ball 4 times, and Courtland Sutton can't catch, and Will Lutz goes 0 for 3. They could lose that way. Justin Herbert on the road in January in freaking Denver, bro. There's no way, Seth. Mark my words, bro. I will get Justin Herbert's face on my ass or something. I don't know, bro. There's no
All
way.
I'm saying is he already stood on business early in the year and he won some close games. So he can have one mess up in my book.
That's fair. You got a comment here. Broncos are winning the Super Bowl this year with a healthy Bo Nix. How are we feeling about that, Kenton?
It's our year.
Because we can get into that now, by the way. Our futures, our overs, win totals, Kenton. What do you got there? Are they a Super Bowl team with a healthy Bo Nix?
I think that they could be. Realistically, I'm not going to make that prediction. I'm not going to say that they are going to win the Super Bowl because I feel like there are still plenty of question marks with this team. I think that will shine through. I expect that they will probably make it to the Super Bowl, but I don't think that they're going to win. I think that when it comes to the playoffs, I have their total record at 13-4. I think that they are going to narrowly miss winning the conference. They're going to win the AFC West. I think that they're better than all the other AFC West teams. But I think they're going to narrowly miss winning the conference. They're going to be second. And then they'll make it. They'll get all the way. They're going to prove the doubters that, that we can make it to the Super Bowl. But the NFC has a lot of stacked teams. I think it's just a very different playing field playing against an NFC team in the Super Bowl.
So this is a playoff or a Super Bowl berth team for you. They are there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And Ken, I know you did mention to me, you think ceiling here for Denver is 15-2. Do you still feel good about that after going through them?
I think that they could. They're more than capable of doing that.
Okay.
Realistically, of course, again, I have my record at 13-4. I feel like that's more realistic. Yeah. Trying to take as much of the bias out of it as I can, as much as I still think that they are.
Yeah, trust me, I think the Steelers are going 13-4 too, so don't even fucking worry about it. It's all good.
They definitely could. I think that there are definitely some wins. I think there's a world where they sweep the Chargers. I think that there's a world where they beat the 49ers. And, namely those two losses that I have for them, I could see them flipping those and going 15-2.
That's fair. And there is a world, I think, if any team in the AFC West sweeps the division, it is Denver. Obviously, I think the Chargers are probably their toughest competition there. But I'm just saying, if anyone's going to go 6-0, I would Denver simply based on the defense. Is just good enough to stop any of the other opponents. But anyway, that said, Seth, are they a Super Bowl berth team? If they're not, when are they eliminated, and are they hitting the over 9.5 wins this year?
I say they are a fringe Super Bowl team, berth team, but I think they're realistically making it to the AFC title game, and then we'll see who they draw and what happens at that point. For me, record wise, I say at least 12-5, 12 wins. Kenton could probably talk me into 13, maybe, but I'm stuck on the 12 for sure. And yeah, I'm just very. Oh, and also, Kenton, I don't think the Chargers are winning this division. I'm sorry, but I just have to throw that in there.
Nah. I don't see that happening. Second, definitely. I think we can both agree that Broncos and Chargers are better than the Chiefs and the Raiders. I think we can meet in the middle there, that we are the top two in the AFC West.
Yes.
I don't know, but I definitely see the Broncos coming out on top here.
Interesting.
Seth, is that a 13-4 Chargers team then? Because you said 12-5 with a series split, so you're either giving them the tiebreaker, or is that a 13-win Chargers are just one win better than them?
I think it's more, for me, I think it's more realistic for a tiebreaker situation for both these teams. So, but we did the Chargers show already, and looking at that schedule, that midsection is a gauntlet for the Chargers. So, 13 might be a stretch. So I'm comfortable with another 12-5, but it comes down to a tiebreaker for both these teams.
Okay. I'm going to be a little more humbled to Denver here. I still have pretty much the same concerns I've had. I do like a little bit of the tight end movement they've done. I do like that they brought in Jalen Waddle. I should have change their kicker. I still don't love the Sean Payton thing. I know he's turning over play calling duties, which I think long-term is the best case scenario. But one, like Seth just said, I have my doubts. And secondly, if he does turn it over, that takes a little time anyway to get used to. The first 6 weeks of this season is going to tell me everything I need to know. They're either starting 2-4, 4-2, 3-3, 6-0, 0-6. Like they could be in literally anything. My gut tells me they start a lot closer to 2-4 to 3-3. And for that reason, I'm leaning to a 10-win Broncos season where they squeak into the wild card, which it does put me on the over 9.5, might I say. But every single person I've talked to, fellas, including people, I mean, you guys are up there with people I would say like no ball, like the guys I know that are like fucking in it. They are all high on Denver. Every single one of them. And I don't think so. I just got this. Something's wrong. Something's fucking wrong here. I don't know why would they be 9.5? I haven't talked to one human that bet under. I haven't talked to one. I talked to a lot of people who bet, bro. No one's been like, bro, give me the under 9.5 wins on Denver. Makes me want to take it. Something's wrong, bro.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go 10.
3-3, which isn't a great start, but they always. I feel like as the season goes on, they're one of those teams that gets better.
It's fair. Okay, but they also are one of those teams, bro. You take away any keys. Surtain goes down, cooked. Nix goes down, cooked. Waddle goes down.
Surtain was out for a couple games last season, and the defense did just fine without him. And we had some tough spots.
I think the defense could be fine no matter who. I mean, granted, yes, Patrick Surtain down would be very bad, but I think they really rely on that front seven more than anything to get pressure on the quarterbacks and make it just god awful for them to try and sit back in the pass.
We will see. I'm just saying, I won't be surprised when this is all shambles, Kenton, and they are a 9-win missed playoffs team. And people, I don't want to hear shit. All I'm going to hear is excuses from these Denver fans. They piss me off. But I will say, I will take the over. I'll join the party. I just got to bring it down, fellas. They're on the over by like that much. You guys are like way fucking over, which, hey, guys, take the over. I guess that's the bet here. Over 9.5 seems like the best bet on the board. Kenton's article, sportsforummedia.com. You guys can check that out. Get a lot more information, deep dive, key additions, key subtractions, and some other stuff to watch here from the Denver Broncos. Kenton, I know, my brother, we won't see you here for a while. So any last words you want to leave the people with here for your Denver Broncos heading into 2026-27 season?
I mean, I'm very excited about this season. I'm really looking forward to watching it. I hope that I'm going to be able to continue writing at the very least. Hopefully I can get out some Broncos articles for y'all. I just want to be on these shows. With that being said, yeah, I mean, if there was ever an opportunity for the Broncos to really take advantage, I think that this is like one of their best spots. Look forward to a good season, Broncos fans. Look forward to a good season. That's what I have to say.
Fair enough.
We'll let them have that. All right, guys. We are rolling up out of here. Kenton, we'll see you soon, brother. Definitely got to bring you on if this starts to get interesting late in the year. We're going to have you come on, talk some December football. Have you come on for that January 10th game when they piss on Justin Herbert, and you and I got to give Seth some shit about it. So we'll get to that one when it comes around. But, guys, we'll be back live for you on Thursday. No show tomorrow. We got a fantasy football draft to handle over here at the Sports Forum. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. Speaking of fantasy football, last thing here, wide receiver cheat sheet, quarterback cheat sheet up for you, sportsforummedia.com from Thunder Villarreal, and running backs are on their way as well. So stay tuned for that. Ken Heidemann, Seth Douglas, Riggs Tamburo, appreciate you guys. Take care, and we'll see you later.